Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research. Try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is a very well known perfume from 2004 and was released back then, 2004, and this is Nautica Voyage. It's Eau de Toilette 100ml, is aimed for men, and this one is a very famous perfumer behind it, which is Maurice Roussel. Maurice Roussel is one of the best perfumers out there in terms of Hall of Fame, first and foremost. Second is his work, majority of his works are on fresh and aquatic fragrances, so he knows few things about them, and in this particular one he done a beautiful job. Great creation, just for the price, especially in United Kingdom you can find it under £30, sometimes even cheaper, and for that price this is a definite hidden gem or definite top 10 cheapie of all times. It's just something about it that, at least for me, it grabs me and it doesn't let go. I had 3 bottles of this in the past. Lately I was craving it, and I bought another one because when the summer comes and you know, it's in the middle of summer and heat, I crave this beauty for some reason, and I usually put it in the fridge to keep it there. And what it does, it cools the juice, and when I put it on in a hot day, it just uplifts me. It gives me a beautiful smell, plus the cooling effect of the you know, the fragrance itself, which is very, very nice. So presentation wise is very simple, but you don't expect too much presentation for, you know, under £30. It's a simple presentation, but it does the job perfectly. Okay, the box protect the bottle. The bottle itself is a very nice classic sail bottle. The cap is plastic. It's got a little bit of weight to it, and the atomizer is quite, it's okay. It's not bad, but it does the job perfectly. So in terms of longevity, it's not as strong as I used to be. As I said, I went through 3 bottles of this beauty, and in the past it was stronger. So right now I bought this one 2025, so this is the latest version. This is the current version. What if you are going to buy one, most likely you get something like this. On my skin it's still good, but it's not great. On my skin went easily over 6 hours. On t-shirt goes easily over 8 hours. Next day I woke up and I could still smell it on t-shirt. So it goes a long time on t-shirt. On skin, on my skin at least, don't forget this is my skin, my environment, my climate, my nose. These things always have an effect when, you know, you're trying the perfume. So in here my skin is 6 hours plus, t-shirt 8 hours plus. In terms of projection, I had an arm length of projection for around an hour and a half, and that after that slowly subside. But you always have a good bubble, good cloud, and a good trail. You need to go a little bit on the heavy on the trigger, but don't go first time heavy. Just experiment and see how much ample enough for you. I put 10 sprays of it on me, 5 sprays on t-shirt, 5 sprays on the skin, and that was ample enough for me to smell it all day. But if you want to go outside and people smell you from the other side of the road, probably you need to go up to 14 sprays of this. So in terms of performance, it is still good, but it's not great. Don't forget this is Eau de Toilette after all. But when it was released back then, 2004, it used to be a beast mode. The good news is, in terms of smell, no change, or at least with my nose, my experience with this fragrance. I had 3 bottles of this before, so from the memory, the smell is still the same, still great, and still smells very refreshing, very fresh, very aquatic, floral. It's quite little bit of woodiness in the base, and on top we have fruits, and these things almost the same as before. If there is a change, it's a very slight change that I cannot detect it from the memory. So what's the smell like? What's the fuss is all about? Yeah, this one is fruity. Yeah, when it opens up a huge fruit, and the fruits are apple, cucumber and watermelon. So these three are the biggest player for the first half of this fragrance, and they dominate. And the smell of that fruity it gives it almost tropical feel, but because it's very fruity and it's quite sweetness, I would say in the moderate side, from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. This is around 6 or maybe 7 if you push it, but it's not overly sweet, so it is ample enough to work out with everything else well. So the balancing act in here is superbly done. So Maurice Roussel has done a great job in here to balance everything together. Nothing is out of place, nothing too much, nothing too little. Is everything working very well in a balancing act, and that is telltale sign of a good perfumery. When you smell this fragrance, for the price, you be hard to beat it. You know, it's very difficult to beat this fragrance for the price, especially for the smell, especially for the ingredients, especially for the perfumery in here. But perfumery in here is very high standard, and it shows it's got a structure. The perfume's got a structure, the perfume's got knowledge behind it, and the perfume has somebody with experience behind it that is put these together, so it's very well blended. So for that, it's very hard to beat, you know, almost impossible. For the same genre of perfume to find something similar or even better, I haven't seen it. For, you know, I've been collecting fragrances for more than 30 years, so I haven't seen one yet. If you know anything that it beats this one in terms of price ratio for what you get, what you're getting and what you're paying, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to know. Okay, so in the note breakdown is quite simple. So we have green leaves, apple, we have lotus in the mid, and mimosa, and the base we have musk, cedar, oak moss and amber. Forget about the amber and oak moss, they are very tiny amount. The amber in here is fluffy, is effervescent, is transparent, so it's almost non-existent, but it's a hint of amberiness to it overall. And the oak moss, similar thing, very tiny amount of oak moss. In the far dry down you feel little of oak moss, but the oak moss in here, it doesn't overpower, it doesn't get too oak mossy. Some people, you know, they are allergic to, or they don't like the oak moss smell, but I personally love oak moss smell. But this one doesn't get that much anyway. It's noticeable, but it's not much. The biggest player by far in the base are the musk and the cedar. The musk is always here from the beginning to the end. It's always musky, and the musk in here is very clean, and it's obviously synthetic, but it's very clean. And the cedar giving it that woody base, which supports everything and keeps going, you know, for a good few hours. The fruitiness in here is absolutely mesmerizing. When it opens up, it also have that big crispy green apple, plus the watermelon, plus the cucumber. So the combination of these three fragrances, these three fruity notes, at least for my nose, for my skin, giving it very fruity, tropical, very friendly, very easygoing, very laid back feel. And that is the strength of this fragrance. The strength of it is not in its complexity, it's in its simplicity. It's a simple fragrance, but it does it in a perfect way. And then you transition slowly to the mid, which is dominated by florals. The florals in here is a balancing act. Again, they are not huge, but they are quite noticeable. The lotus giving it a little bit of that bamboo, watery, green tea feel to it, and the mimosa here giving it a little bit of that, again, green aspect and also fruity aspect to it as well. So don't forget, mimosa itself sometimes gives, it depends what you mix it with, but sometimes it gives fruity aspect, sometimes give it green aspect, sometimes give it leafy aspect. So The mimosa in here is doing those jobs very well as well. And also there's a jasmine in here, which is not mentioned in the note breakdown, and that jasmine gives it a white floral feel, but again, not too much, but balancing act mainly. So overall, this fragrance is a very well done fragrance for the price. For the price, again, it's very difficult to beat this. If you like it aquatic, if you like it sea breezy, if you like it holiday smell like, if you like it fruity, if you like it tropical, if you like it a little bit of floral aspect to it, if you like a bamboo smell, green tea smell, if you like it woody in the base, if you like it musky, all these things are in here done well. Obviously, if you go to higher prices, you get fragrances that could easily beat this, but then you'll go into a different category of fragrances, maybe more expensive, niche like, and things like that. So green, yeah, this fragrance overall is quite green, it's quite grassy, it's quite leafy, but again, not too much. Everything in here is balancing work. Very, very fruity, as I said. The cucumber, the apple, and the watermelon are very noticeable in the beginning, especially for the first half of life of this fragrance. The floral aspect is big again after the fruits and the mimosa, the lotus plus that jasmine work together very well in here. It's very fresh, it's very friendly, it's almost quite clean, and it is inviting and uplifting and very, very relaxing as well. A hint of powderiness to it overall, very, very aquatic, which is a mainly freshwater smell to it rather than oceanic. And in the musk is always here from the beginning to the end, always musky. Again, not too much, but it's noticeable. And the base is woody, which is mainly cedar, and it's clean again. So if you like what I described, if you like it for a very reasonable price, if you like it to be accessible, reasonable, if you like it to be affordable, this is one of the best perfumes for summer that you can buy today. Still performing quite well. Obviously it's not as big as used to be, but still, you know, for Eau de Toilette and for the price, still smells great and it performs quite well. So guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, I know many of you have, please let us know your experience, what you think about it. Is good, is not good, you like it, you don't like it, for whatever reason, tell us your experience. That would be very useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, you motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems, and this beauty is still, after almost 20 years, still a hidden gem. If you like to purchase one of my own perfume and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I leave them in the link. I'm the artist, I'm the perfumer, I'm the worker. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in United Kingdom. They are ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great and they are superbly done and very, very, very high quality ingredients. Plus I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them big, bold, artistic, unique, and huge performers. As always, thank you very much for your support and love, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye.